Hello everyone, I'm Rashmi. Okay, so from today onwards, you must be aware of this that our schedule has been changed from 11:30 to 12:30 and not thrice a week but once a week. Okay, so today I'm gonna make from now actually, I'm gonna make the class more interesting for you. Okay, so I'm gonna add a lot of more things okay in it. So the surprises awaits for you. Okay, so okay, now wait for it. Okay, I'm gonna reveal it soon, very soon. Okay. Okay, let's start our day with the words. Okay, so first word is a base. Once again, a base. A base, it's a transitive verb. Okay, now the question is, what is transitive verb, right? Okay, first of all, wherever the transitive verb comes in whichever sentence, that is used, the sentences in which transitive verbs are used that are actually passive, in passive voice. Okay, okay, so what is transitive verb? Okay, these are the verb that can stand alone. They need a different objects. Okay, like and it's an action verb that requires different objects. For example, like she reads, but what she reads, so magazine, whatever, a book, so you have to mention, right? So it's incomplete without an object. For example, one more, let's take one more example. That can be, I bought, but what? You have to complete it, the sentence, with an object. The object is required. So these verbs are called as the transitive verbs. Okay, hope you're clear. Okay. Okay, so now let's move on to the abase definition. Okay, so what's abase meaning? Okay, abase is like to lower someone or to degrade someone, belittle someone, or like humiliate someone. To lower someone in value or self esteem, rank, position, or like pride, office, or in status. Okay, that is what is this abase means. Okay, it involves behaving in a way that humiliates or belittle or degrades someone. Okay, so that is the humiliating way. Okay, when you someone taunts you, or that is what a base means. Okay, hope you are clear. Okay, so what are the main points? Okay, the most important point, that is it's frequently used with self, like oneself, herself, himself. Okay, like that. Okay, I have written over here also. So abashed plus abased plus himself or herself or oneself. Okay, that is used, frequently used with these types of words, self, like oneself, like that. Okay, so that is very important. Okay, now second most important point, that is also mean to physically abase, not only means like to humiliate or degrade someone, that also means to lower your physically, you are lowering any your body part, like she lowered her head, like that. For that also you can use like abased, he abased his head, like that also. Okay, so it also means to physically lower or bring down. Okay, so that is what abase means. Okay, now let's take up the examples to give you more clarity on this word. Okay, so the point of first example, that is, they abased the new girl in the name of ragging. Okay, so they like humiliated her. Okay, so that is can be example. Okay, second example, I abased myself in front of in my parents' eyes, or like I abased myself in front of everyone by begging for their appreciation, or something like that. Okay, or he abased himself in front of the entire office by begging for his promotion, like that. Okay, so I hope you're clear. Okay, uh, like this it can be used in sentences. Okay, for the physical one, you have when you lower your head, like I gave you example. For that, the example can be, she abased her head in disappointment. Okay, like this. Or he abased his head when being embarrassed. Okay, like that. Okay, when you lower your head, or bring down any like that, that is what abased means. Okay, so that these are two meanings. Okay, majorly that is it is the humiliation part, but it can be used in like this also. Okay, in sentences. Okay, okay, so let's move on to our next word, and that is abash. Okay, these are kind of words actually I have choose, like they are related to it, and they're gonna confuse you. Okay, so I want you to be in dilemma actually. Oh, no, 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 no. Actually, they are kind of like similar ones. Okay, they not only sound similar, but actually they are kind of related. Okay, so that's why I've choose these set of words. Okay, so to confuse you. No. Okay, now let's move on to the second word, that is abash. Abash is also a transitive verb. You are well aware of the transitive verb. Okay, now what's the meaning of abash? Okay, so this word, this was to make someone humiliated or degrade in value, like that. Okay, belittle someone. But this is like to make someone feel embarrassed or ashamed. It's kind of like more focused on feelings, someone it typically involves a sudden loss of self-confidence while when you realize a mistake. Okay, your mistake, that can be also the awareness of mistake. Okay, that the sudden loss of your I mean the sudden realization of your mistake. Okay, that leads to loss of your self-confidence. Okay, you feel ashamed, embarrassed, like that. Okay, it focuses on feelings. Okay, now what's the main difference between these two, a base and a bash? Okay, because it's actually confusing. You can be okay. So what's the difference between? So the a base word, this a base is about the external status. It's more like about external action, like somebody is humiliating you, or somebody has degraded you, or somebody make you feel yeah, humiliated, belittle. That can be. Okay, lower someone in value. Okay, so that can be. But while on the other hand, the abash means it focuses on internal emotion of being embarrassed or being caught off guard. Okay, it's more about the feeling, like I told you, right? It's more about the feeling. It's not about the external thing. It's about internal. Okay, your internal feelings, how you are feeling. You're embarrassed. You're ashamed. So it's like the internal feeling. Okay, so abash is frequently used as a past participle. That is also very important. Okay, so this is used as a past participle form. Okay, so that is abashed. Now, a bash word is used in sentences as in the form of past participle. That is abashed. Okay, and very important thing is abashed plus at or by. Okay, so this type of in order it is used, abashed plus by slash at. Okay, like I told you in abased plus himself or herself, right? So here abashed plus by or at. Okay, I'll give you the examples. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so first example can be, she felt abashed by the society for not earning well. Okay, she felt embarrassed by the society, like that. So you can use like that also. She felt abashed, or you can say she felt abashed at the amount of hatred she got from the audience for her lack of confidence. Okay, so that's what I was saying, abashed plus by or at. Okay, like this you can use it in your sentences. Okay, he felt abashed by someone or like yeah. For this is the most important example that covers both these words, abased and abashed. Okay, so what it is, so this is he abased himself in front of everyone and she felt abashed for choosing him as her boyfriend. Okay, so he was he abashed himself and she felt abased. Like you can spot the difference between these two. This is external while this is internal. She felt abashed while he was, what he was doing, he abased himself. Okay, so now I hope this is clear, the abased and abash difference. Okay, I hope these words are clear to you. Still you have any kind of dilemma, okay, in these words, do let me know in the comment section. Okay, let's move on to the third one, that is debase. Debase is actually a very close cousin of abase. Yeah, actually. And it's like this one was lower in rank, prestige, or like status value, right? And this one is to lower in quantity, quality, or character. Okay, the base means, okay, so it's a very close cousin. Okay, so what it covers reduction in quality value, moral corruption, or economic context, or language and communication, art and culture, or like education and credentials. Okay, so all these fields this the base covers. Okay, so okay, what's the major difference between these three? Okay, so this is kind of very important for you to understand. Okay, so abase, abash, debase, so you won't get confused. So that's why I'm giving you one last clarity, one last point, very very important point. Okay, so what is that? Abase targets what? Abase targets people or rank, right? Lower in rank, yeah, right, that. Okay, so a base is for to targets people or rank. Okay, and the focus is, a base focus is on lowering status or dignity, often reflexive, abase oneself, abase herself, right? It's to lower someone's status, rank, like that. Okay, okay, now what is abash? Abash focuses on feelings, internal feelings, yeah, feelings is internal obviously, but your feelings, okay, what you are feeling. Okay, so this focuses on causing sudden embarrassment, okay, or loss of composure. Okay, when you feel embarrassed, ashamed, okay, like that. Okay, so this focuses on this. Now what does the base focuses and targets? Now this is very important. The base targets on things or character, right? I told you. Okay, what does this focus on? This focus on lowering the quality or the value or quantity, often for external concepts or for objects. Okay, I hope now these or the difference is clear between all these three words. Okay, so let's take up the examples for debase. Okay, so for this the example can be, as the people started liking the product, the company debased the quality of its quality. Okay, after the audience started liking the product, they debased its quality. Okay, like that, to lower the quality. Okay, so for this this can be used. Okay, so for language and communication, I told you these areas it covers. Okay, so for language and communication, the base can be used as the overusing of few idioms. There are many idioms which are overused, like it's raining cat and dogs. There are a lot. Okay, so the overusing of few idioms have debased their meaning, and by making them a cliche. Right? We if someone is a writer or like learning from an institute or English, I mean, if you are learning from this language from an institute or have learned it past, so you know what cliche means, okay? Or are those cliches, okay, that they are excessively used over and over. So that's why we have named it. I mean that they are called as cliches, okay? We don't want it. To use. So that's why the overuse made them the cliche, okay? So this is like the overuse debased their meaning, okay, lowered their meaning, the quality got lowered, okay. Okay, so last example, okay, so this is he debased his art by using the dull color, sorry, cheap colors, sorry, cheap colors, okay. So he lowered the quality of his art, right, the piece of his art, just because of using the cheap colors. He debased his art, piece of art, okay. Okay, so I hope all these are clear to you. Okay, if not, do let me know in the comment section. Okay, so let's switch the gears and move to our fun fact. So today I'm gonna tell you the surprise. Okay, this is a fun fact. It's gonna blow your mind. Okay, so what it is? Okay, so this is our whole life was a lie. Do you know? We have been lied our entire life. Do you know that? Botanically, okay? Botanically speaking, a strawberry is not a berry. It's a fruit, a normal fruit. It's not a berry. Whereas banana is a berry. Did you know this? Were you aware of this? That strawberry is not a berry, but a banana is. I'll give you the reason. Okay, so a true berry has always has a seed inside. Okay. Okay, now you'll ask me. So the strawberry has some yellow kind of specks, tiny specks on it, right? But actually, those tiny yellow specks are not seeds. They are actually fruit themselves, tiny individual fruits. Okay. Okay, now what makes banana a berry? Now I'll tell you the reason. Okay, so if you ever slice a banana, so you'll see at the center of the banana, okay, when you slice it, there's every slice, it has at the center, there's black specks, tiny black specks in it. Every slice has that. Okay, so that is actually seeds, okay, and that black specks are known as vestigial seeds. Vestigial seeds they are known as, okay. So that is why banana is a berry. And if you ever got to open if you ever were to open like the wild banana, okay, so that wild banana has a large and hard pea sized these black seeds in it, okay. And you will be like kind of shocked that it is packed with that hard and large, pea-sized seeds, black seeds, okay. And this makes the fruit almost impossible to eat, okay. So were you aware of this fact? Okay, do let me know, okay. So let's move on to our next set of words, okay. And I did this. I thought that the explanation will occupy the entire board, and that's why I wrote it. The tiny in the tiny letters of the font. Just so that I'll have the space by the end of the word. The last word. I'll be having a good amount of space with it. And this is what happened. That's what planning, is. You have to be very good at planning, and I'm not. Sometimes I feel like calling myself nincompoop, but then I don't. You don't know the meaning, right? Then do use the Google, okay? Do let me know what's the meaning of nincompoop, okay, in the comment section, okay? Okay, so let's move on to our fourth word. That is dimwit. Okay, so what is dimwit means? Okay, so this is like an informal noun, okay, and this means a person who is perceived as silly, stupid, okay, like the lack of intelligence, okay, slow-witted, it's like mildly you are insulting the person, okay, who is described as he has lack of intelligence or common sense, okay. So he's lacking over there in these two fields, in the intelligence and common sense. So for that, the person, you can use this word dimwit. Very good word actually. Okay, so what's the tone? Okay, so when you are using it with your friends, okay, for in between, I mean the between for your friend, okay, so that it's like kind of jokey, but in formal or like professional settings, okay, there it's kind of rude, okay. So just you have to make sure, okay. This for this the examples can be, can say actually like that also. Hey Dimbit, to your friend. Hey Dimbit, what's up? And that person, if he won't be aware, of this word, he'll be like, oh wow, why is he speaking? Oh wow, what? It's that kind of an adjective or like something. So and then inside what's the meaning of it. And make sure he doesn't know the meaning, okay, otherwise it can get to a fight, I mean argument, okay. So don't get into it just because I said that. You can say to someone, hey Dimbit, how's you, or hi Mr. Dimbit, or hi Miss Dimbit. That's funny. Okay, so for the examples, the actual examples can be, okay, he's such a dimwit that he even forget what are vowels, okay. So he's the common section, in sense there's no common sense in him. Okay, so next example can be, don't be a dimwit. Stop basing yourself in front of everyone. Okay, it's like this. This you can use a base. Okay, what's the meaning? To lower in value, rank, like that. Okay, okay. So for the third example, that can be, the person is such a dimwit, he drove the car on the broken glass pieces, where the broken glass pieces were scattered all over, and he drove the car from there. Such a dimwit. Okay, so in this situations, for you can use with your friends. Okay, so let's move on to our fifth word. Okay, and let me know how you'll use it, or after using, do let me know what was the reaction of your friends. Okay, and okay, let's move on to the fifth point word. Okay, so that is balderdash. Balderdash. This is a noun, okay. So it actually means completely, absolutely nonsense, okay. It's like it refers to a senseless talk or writing, a complete, absolutely nonsense, okay. That when you want to say like that, you can use this word balderdash instead of nonsense. You can use this. Okay, so for this, it's the tone is bit formal, okay, and it's British. Okay, so it's often used by a person who is slightly annoyed. Then only we say that's utterly or absolutely nonsense, balderdash, okay, like that's with slightly annoyed. Okay, so for this, the examples can be, can't believe that the dimwit insulted the facts by uttering balderdash. Okay, so here I am like bit of annoyed by the fact that he insulted the facts, that dimwit. Okay, insulted the facts by uttering balderdash. Okay, or else you can say like people believe in ghosts and all that. Okay, so you can say, what balderdash? I don't believe in the unseen. Okay, you can say like that. Okay, if you don't believe in. Okay, so number 3, the example can be, whenever and whatever he speaks, the words feel like utter balderdash from his mouth. Okay, whatever fell from his mouth, it's a complete balderdash. Okay, absolutely utter balderdash, whatever he speaks. Okay, so like that you can use it. Okay, so it's also like humorous type, like you can use it with your friends. Okay, try it on your friends. You speak utterly bald. You speak whatever you speak. It's utter balderdash, absolute balderdash. Whatever you can say like that. Okay, so let do try. Okay. To our number 6, and that the word is ludicrous. 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 Okay. So what is ludicrous means? First of all, this is an adjective. Okay. So what is ludicrous? Okay. So this describes something which is so foolish or unreasonable or out of place. Okay, like it can be it's laughable, or like you can say like ridiculous. Some people are actually are in our back in those days when I was in school. So one of our teachers, she used to say like, we were like very naughty kids. Okay, our class. Okay, everyone, my friends and all. So we used to like scream and all that, do stuff. Okay, that used to annoy her. And I still remember that she used to say whenever she used to enter our class, and she, what the hell, you have made the class a fish market. Oh, it's ridiculous. And we actually used to mimic her like each and every day. Wow. I mean, like, seriously, she's amazing. Okay, so that ludicrous, that ridiculous also, you can say. Okay, this means, because that also is the ridiculous means something to be laughed at. So it's very similar, right? So okay, so for what is this is frequently used to describe statement, prices, outfit, or suggestions. Okay, that are widely inappropriate. Okay, so out of place, widely inappropriate. For that these things you can use this ludicrous word. Okay, so for this word, the examples can be, okay, he paid a ludicrous amount to win the match or win the competition. Okay, so like this you can use, okay, for the amount part. Okay, and what about the outfit part? Okay, so for the outfit you can use like the ludicrous outfit made her look like a complete vamp. Okay, the bit of the completeness was missing, and the outfit completed it. It completely made her a vamp. Okay, so for this also you can, because it's an adjective, so you can use it like that. Okay, so for the third example. Okay, so this can be, after hearing those ludicrous suggestions, I was speechless and wanted to applaud that dimwit. Okay, so his suggestions, that dimwit's suggestions, were so ludicrous that I wanted to literally I wanted to applaud for it. Okay, so like this you can use. It's kind of insulting. Actually, it's not mildly. Okay, so like that it's used. Okay, so these are the words. 6. Okay, so let's switch the gears and let's move on to our next surprise. Okay, so the second surprise is riddle. Oh, it's riddle time. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a riddle and you're gonna answer it. Okay, guess the answer. Okay, so let's see if you are able to find the answer or not. Okay, so the name of the riddle is the silent field. I forgot to mention on the top of it. Okay, sorry. So that's the silent field. Okay. Okay, so what the riddle is? Okay, so this is about a man. Okay, a man is found laying dead in the middle of a vast empty field. Okay, so there's a vast empty field. Just imagine. Okay, and at the center, the center, there's laying a dead body of a man. Okay. Okay, so there are no tracks or footprints leading to or from his body, or no other living creature is in sight. Okay, so leading to or from his body, there are completely no footprints. I mean, there's no footprints like someone walked up to that body, or how he managed to go there, or like anything like that. Okay, there are completely no footprints near the dead body, and even there's no other living creature in the site. Okay, so next to him lies a sealed unopened package. Okay, so here's the dead body, and next to him, just next to him, there's a sealed unopened bag. Okay, small package, there's it. Okay, so was the next point, that is, there are no wounds on his body, but it is clear that he knew that he was gonna die as he approached to the center of the field. Okay, so whatever happened, okay, he knew that he was gonna die. Okay, so this is the riddle, and you need to answer how he died. Okay, how he died, what's the reason, okay, who's the murderer, or like how he died. Okay, so let's see if you are able to guess it or not, and plus do share it with your friends and family, and see if they are able to guess it or not. And I'm gonna share, I'm gonna reveal the answer in our next class. Okay, and then by then just guess it and drop your best guesses in the comment section, and let's see who's the smartest. Okay, so this was your surprise number 2. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to our third. Okay, the set of words, actually they are not set of words, they're idioms. Okay, so today I'm gonna teach you few idioms also. So 3 idioms I'm gonna teach you. Okay, so I find them very cute little one, cute adorable types, and plus they're super easy, and I wanna use them. I literally use them in my sentences like repeatedly on and on. I really love these cutie pies. Okay, I hope you will also find them the same way. Okay, so okay, let's start our idioms special. Okay, so this can also be a surprise for you. Okay, so I'm not gonna give you another surprise, so cause 2 surprises I guess enough for, more than enough. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to our idioms part. Okay, so the first idiom of the day is in a dog's age. Okay, so what does this mean, in a dog's age? Okay, so this is refers to a very long time. Okay, like you haven't met somebody in like a very long time, or you haven't done something or went somewhere, I mean, in a very long period of time. Okay, so that's when, if you want to say I haven't done this thing in a very long time. Okay, so likewise you can use this word in a dog's age. Okay, to say you haven't done or you haven't met somebody in a very long period of time. So instead of that saying that, you can use this instead, in a dog's age. Okay, so let's take up the examples to give you more clarity. Okay, so number 1, you can say like, hey bestie, we haven't met in a dog's age. Okay, so let's meet up. You can say like that. Okay, or like you can say, oh, I haven't done my hobby, or like anything, like I haven't done singing, or I haven't gone sorry, not done, it's like you can say like I haven't gone dancing, yeah, I haven't gone dancing in a dog's age. Okay, like that you can say. Okay, so let's take up the third example. Okay, so this is, I haven't been to any place, okay, like my favorite park or like my favorite coffee shop in a dog's age. Okay, like that. Or I haven't met my favorite person, favorite uncle, favorite anyone in a dog's age. Okay, so like that, when you have to say, when you want to say like you haven't met a person or place, like so in a long period of time, so then you can use, or like you haven't done something in a very long period of time, so then you can say in a dog's age. Okay, so hope it's clear. Okay, so let's move on to the second idiom, that is catnap. Catnap. Okay, so catnap is like a very short period of sleeping. time. Okay, the and yeah, most importantly, this is like a very short period of you sleep for a very short period of time, like during the day. Okay, when you sleep during the day for a very short period of time, like it's not for like you are sleeping for like 2 hours or like more than that or an hour. It's not like that. It's like you are taking a nap for like 10 to 20 minutes, can say. So like that, okay, very short period of time you take a nap, and during the day, that is cat nap. Okay. Okay, so and it's actually you take this rest, and you get recharged. Okay, so to do your work. Okay, so you charge up your energy. Okay, to do to resume your work. Okay, so for that this cat nap is used. Okay, so let's take up the examples. Okay, let's take up a very stressful. No, let's take up a very serious example. Okay, an office one. Okay, we can say like his manager caught him taking a cat nap in his chair during the office time. Okay, so just imagine the wild possibilities. Okay, for that, what the outcome, what would have happened when his manager would have caught him taking a cat nap in his chair during the office hours. What could have happened? Oh lord. He would have fired, or there would have been a chaotic situation. Okay, so in that you can use, okay, cat nap. Okay, or like she was exhausted due to playing or swimming. She was exhausted, so she took a cat nap in class. Okay, while the teacher was discussing the new chapter, she was taking a cat nap. Actually, a very similar kind of situation happened with me back when I was in school, and I was also exhausted. There was our games period, and I don't know, we were in gym. Like we had a lot of. I was exhausted. Actually, not exhausted, but kind of like starving, and that teacher, she was like we actually used to see her like she was like someone straight coming out of a dairy soap, that vamp, the bindi and all that, and she used to talk like that, and we used to believe that she's somewhere from related to a TV daily soap, and she's a vamp. We used to believe that this thing, and she was teaching. Sorry. So she was teaching, and me and my friends started eating biscuits, and that were the, I mean, like I never felt like that these biscuits taste so delicious, but that time while we were eating, in the class, she was teaching us, and we were eating, secretly, and those cookies were so delicious. Oh lord, I can't tell you, I can't express that. The joy of eating in that BAMS class. Sorry, it's not like that. We shouldn't call our teachers, but she used to be like this. She used to be, I don't know what. She used to be so mean. Okay, so we did it. Like it was an act of revenge. It's not related to cat nap, but still, I just recall that memory. So I just share it with you. Okay, so let's take up another example. That is after a cat nap. After a cat nap, I felt energetic enough to resume my work. Okay, you actually feel kind of energetic. When you take a cat nap, it's really helpful when you take rest for few minutes, like 20 30 minutes. You take rest and then you resume work. Your body feels relaxed. Okay, so it's powerful enough to recharge yourself. Okay, so now let's take the third idiom, and that is cakewalk. Okay, what is a cakewalk? It's not like walking on the cake. Cakewalk is an idiom which means something is which is extremely easy to do, or like when a task, competition, or like a goal requires a very little efforts of yours, or like that's when we say cakewalk. It was a cakewalk. Okay, I killed it. It was just a cakewalk. Okay, that was when you say it like that. It was damn easy, for you. That's when you can use this cakewalk idiom. Okay, so let's take up the examples. Okay, so for number one, the example can be in English exam. The English exam was a cakewalk. I went in without studying and finished it within an hour. Okay, so it actually happened not like this. Okay, another story. Okay, so what it is? Okay, let's gossip. Okay, so how what it happened? Okay, so it was my English exam, and I went and I just studied for like half an hour, and I scored like around like 45 out of 50. Okay, and I was like, oh Lord, I scored 45 out of 50, and I was second. And then I got to know about it. And then the first one, I was like, okay, she must have studied for like an hour, and that's why she managed to, she got 47, I guess, out of 50. I still remember, okay. And when I had a talk with her, and she was like, no, man, I just studied for like 15 minutes, and I was like, how come you scored well? Okay, more than me, I mean, like, seriously. And because I was thinking, like, I have studied for half an hour, and it's just like cakewalk for me. It happened. The marks were cut, deducted. The 5 marks just because of my silly mistakes. Because I haven't revised my exam, and that's why there were a lot of silly mistakes, and that's where the teacher cut the marks. And I was like, oh shit, man, I could have scored more. But, when you take things that it's that easy, it's like a cakewalk. Okay, for me, you actually tend to neglect, the revision part, because revision is also very important. So don't take up. The moral of the story is just like, don't take up things so easy, so lightly, for granted, like it's nothing for me. Because everything is important, right? And revision is very important. Okay, so take my example. If you are going to give an exam, so remember this. Okay, do revision before submitting your paper. Okay, so nothing is like a cakewalk. God. But okay, if it's very easy for you, you can say like it was a cakewalk for me. Okay, so let's take up another example. Okay, so what it is for me, the abstract topic in the group discussion was a cakewalk. I had so many points to share. Okay, so this also happened with me. Okay, it was like I shared a lot of points. No, I was blank, and they told me that the abstract topic is, the abstract topic. Like, so let's take up another example. Okay, so for this, the example is, the competition turned out to be a cakewalk for her. She answered every question with ease. Okay, so it was damn easy for her, and she gave all the answers like this, with ease. Okay, so it was a cakewalk for her. You can use your examples, and do write in the comment section, and do let me know your guesses. I want to know who is the smartest subscriber. Okay, so do write down your guesses for the riddle of the day, and fact of the day. So you were aware of this thing, that strawberry is not a berry, whereas banana is a berry. Were you aware of this before? So do let me know, and if possible, do write your own examples, so that it will be easier for you to memorize these idioms plus words. Okay, because it's very important. Okay, so and use it with your friends, especially the dim-wit one, and to write your experience. Okay, so meet you in the next class, and I'll reveal the answer in the next class also. So till then, stay tuned to know what the answer is, the correct answer is. Okay, and okay, till then, bye bye, take care, and do write your examples, experiences, and start guessing about the riddle. What can be the answer? How did he die? Okay, so do write it. Bye bye.